So we're now back in our private bookshelf, and we've got a number of little options down here which are very useful to you when it comes to wanting to use this book and share this book with others. Obviously you could use it for your own private use with some work you're doing in class, and you can share it with your class, and you may never need to share it, but there will be occasions when you do. So we're just going to start here with the bookshelf icon. Now it's handy here because you can delete your books. So once because again you've only got 40 books on your private bookshelf, any books that are unneeded or unused, then this is where to go to delete that book from your bookshelf. Okay. If you had more than one book on your bookshelf and you've been creating a sort of series, then you can combine your books. So you can put all your books together. It keeps the original, but it'll allow you to combine all the content into one book, which is handy when you maybe want to come to print or you want to come and share or export it. You can copy the book, which will then literally copy it as it is onto that bookshelf with the name copy. It's giving me the library it wants to create, add this copy to. So this is the private bookshelf, this is the public bookshelf. So I could put a copy of that bookshelf once I'd made it in my private bookshelf onto my public bookshelf, and then I could share that bookshelf with others and other people could see it. I'll just create it on here. So you can see I've now got one called copy. Okay. So then I can go up here and I can move to a different library. So I can put that on a different library if I wanted to, a bit like with the copy. So that's fairly straightforward. And I can import a book. If I've created a book using Book Creator on the iPad, for example, if I export it from Book Creator on the iPad, it will then create it as a Book Creator file that is not readable by anything else other than Book Creator. So I can export it from my iPad and then I can import it onto my desktop app, which is really handy because you might have started something on your iPad but you wanted to put some finishing touches by using your desktop version, which can be a little bit easier. Okay, then you've got the share button. Again, very straightforward. The print option is quite useful because the print option, even though you think I'm just going to print, it will allow you to download it as a PDF. So it's gone to print there, but you'll notice if you just hover up here in the right hand corner, you can then download that book rather than printing it. So don't worry if you don't want to print it but you want to have it as a PDF to maybe share with others, then you can download that as a PDF. So if I just click the download button, then it'll ask me where I want to download it to, and I can press save. Okay, so I just need to close that because I don't want to print it and I don't want to download it just at the moment. The other share option is download it as an ebook, which, as I said before, will then put it in the format of EPUB, which is specific to the Book Creator app. So when you're using the Book Creator app, the file it saves it as is EPUB, and it will mean that you will only be able to open it up in Book Creator. The final option is to create it and publish it online. Now that doesn't sound as you would think it would sound. It doesn't mean that the whole world's going to see your Book Creator book. It simply means that you're then going to be given a link that you can share with others. So I'm just going to click publish online. I can change the title of my book, but when I come to publish it, it says your book has been published, but then you can click the share link here. Click that share link and then paste it somewhere safe, and then you can then give that link to other people and they can read your book online. So if you've created a book as a class, for example, and you want parents to see it, you can share that link with them and then they can read that book online. Or you could download it as a PDF, as I mentioned before, using the print option. Okay, so then you get the option to read it online, so it just opens up a private URL link. Only the people that you've shared the link with can see it, and then you can allow people to read it. Word of warning though, you'll notice here you can see the globe, which means it's published online, which is great, but if you press stop publishing, then that link will then die, will have ended, so they'll be no longer able to view that book. So once you've published it online and you've shared it with people, don't forget, because if you then stop publishing, they won't be able to see it again. And the final option is just to be able to press play, and then that book will be read to you. There are some number of settings up here that you can change when it comes to the reading of the book, or you can just flick through it if you just want to see as you would do a real book, okay, with my fantastic drawings. Okay, so they are most of the settings that we need to think about when we're just starting to publish our books, and we'll talk about sharing our libraries and using the code in the next video. Thank you.